What's going on, guys? DCUO Radio here, and today I want to talk to you guys about the stat clamp. The stat clamp happened a couple years ago on DC Universe Online. It's been a very controversial topic. Every time you bring it up, there's always somebody that wants to argue with you about it. And in my opinion, this is one of the worst updates that's ever happened to DC Universe Online. And that's coming from somebody who's played since summer of 2012. Nothing killed the game more for me than the stat clamp. I mean, I still enjoy the game. I still play it all the time, but I'm just saying after that, I kind of took a break from the game after the stat clamp. And that's like the one thing I noticed while playing the game that still bothers me. And I don't think I'm alone there, because I see a lot of people always complaining about it even to this day. I wouldn't make this post on the forums, but that's a huge waste of time because the only people over at the forums are a bunch of passive-aggressive boomers who just want to argue. They don't want any kind of change in the game. All they want to do is tell you you're stupid for wanting change. So my main problem with the stat clamp is just the fact that you're basically being nerfed in every instance that you run. I don't level up my character so that I can have all those stats removed as soon as I go run some old content. And let's be honest, the game in the current state right now, it's pretty dry. It's pretty dead. Especially with the older content. If you don't run anything under T5 and T6, then you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, go to a T3 or T4 open world and try to do the bounty out there. Nobody goes out there. People will run T5 to T6 bounties, and the T7s obviously, but T5 is like as far as people actually go when it comes to running bounties. Outside of that, you're kind of screwed. And that's just for the open world. The instances barely queue. I can barely even get 1v1 PvP matches to queue up. And that's pretty sad. But yeah, as far as like the alerts and raids for like a lot of the older content, barely any of it pops up. And even when it does, more than likely you're going to get stuck with a group who doesn't know how to do it. And I'm not sitting in LFG chat all day trying to form a group for some old ass raid or alert. I shouldn't have to do that. Like, you got private matchmaking in the game now. That's good. Now remove the stat clamp so I can actually go and get these feats. This community constantly bitches and whines that nobody has any skill points. And then when people want to farm skill points, like new players, or players who have been playing for a long time but they just never really farmed SP or they're missing feats, whatever the case may be, there's 14 years worth of feats on this game. So it's going to take a while. But a lot of the older content, you can't get feats in there because it doesn't queue up. Or if it does queue up, you got to do certain specific things. So what, the newer players are just screwed? Go ahead and tell a new player coming into the game, hey, this is DC Universe Online. The highest combat rating, aka level, is like 400 and something. But people want you to go and get a bunch of trophies to where you get 700, 800 skill points. It's going to take you years to get this. Oh, and by the way, all the old content hardly ever pops up anymore. So good luck getting the feats there. You know, they're going to be like, well, fuck that game. I'm not queuing up for that shit. I'm not doing any of that. So the stat clamp is pretty not new player friendly. Like, the only reason they ever put the stat clamp into the game in the first place is, number one, because they want to make more money by these stupid artifacts. Oh yeah, let's open up 5 artifacts. Now you guys can run content even more and hit harder, right? Which is just another way for them to make money off idiots who spend a whole bunch of real life money getting their arts to 200 in like one day. And number two, because so many crybabies went on the forums and were just complaining to the devs, oh, I keep beating these entrances too fast because there's people who are high level that keep one-shotting the ads. Boo-hoo. You know, if you want to queue up for this instance the way it was when it first dropped, go run with your friends. Go make a new account. Take out some of your gear if you don't want to one-shot bosses. Like, I can't believe people complain because, oh, the instance is too easy. It's a 14-year-old game. People have had several years to upgrade their character, to upgrade their stats. And then you basically just put shackles around my ankles and then tell me to go run a race. You know, it's just annoying. I don't want to queue up for stuff where I'm being nerfed. You already nerfed in like the seasonals and stuff. which makes sense because those are just supposed to be, more fun, sort of limited time instances. Whereas these raids, alerts, and stuff, that's all you need for gear and source marks, styles, all the stuff that drops there. Briefings, investigations. Like, why am I being nerfed in a solo? It's just me here. Why can't I even run a solo without being nerfed? Why am I being nerfed in fucking Central City? There ain't nobody out here. You go to the open world in a lot of these old content areas, there's nobody out there. Why are you nerfing me? I can't even kill Raven out in Gotham because I'm being nerfed. And then you complain about it, and then the people on the LFG chat, they're about as helpful as ever. All they're gonna do is tell you, LOL, get good, scrub, you just suck. That is this toxic ass community's answer to everything. Oh, are you dying? Just get good. I can't get good, because you guys nerfed me in these instances, so I can't even complete them anymore, the way I used to. But they don't care, because they're like, well, I already got my feats in those instances, so I don't care if other players are getting nerfed. I already got my feats, I already got all the style they needed from those old instances back when we weren't getting nerfed. So I don't really care if players are nerfed now. I don't run that stuff anyway. Just a bunch of selfish players. All I think about is themselves. But yeah, basically, stat clamp, it's like putting me in handcuffs and telling me, alright, time for you to go in a boxing match. You're nerfing me, you're not letting me fight to my full potential, and it's annoying. I don't see what's the point of nerfing players. You can barely even get anything to queue up anymore. And I don't think I'm alone in the way I feel with this. I've yet to hear a single good argument for why we should be nerfed. I know what the devs are going to tell us. Oh, because, people aren't going to spend money if they can just complete everything too easy. So that's all these people think about. They're just money hungry. Next thing you know, they're going to charge us $5 to even log into the game. Like, this is how the game operated for over a decade. We weren't nerfed in this shit. For over a decade. And it was perfectly fine. People like to over-exaggerate just how powerful people were in instances. People weren't really one-shotting bosses or anything. They could probably kill the ads in a couple of hits, sure, but they weren't straight up one-shotting the boss. And honestly, a lot of it just depended on how strong the person was that you got. Like, if someone is in your group and they have only 100 CR more than what the actual recommended CR is for the raid you're in, that doesn't really mean they're gonna one-shot. I remember there was times I'd run raids, and there'd be a couple of people that were just so powerful that you would think, oh, well, they're gonna carry us through this pretty easy. And they don't. And you're like, damn, man, are you ass? Like, your CR is so much higher, and you can't even beat some of these bosses. So it really just depended. People love to over-exaggerate, like we just came in there and just one-shot everything. Oh yeah, we one-shot all the ads, one-shot the boss. The entire raid's done in like 5 seconds. That's a major over-exaggeration. That was not the case. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the stat clamp and why I wish it would just go away. Just unnerf us, let players have a chance to get skill points. Because I guarantee you remove the stat clamp, suddenly people are going to be grinding more SP than ever. I see no downside for the player base by removing the stat clamp. All little bitchy crybabies, they can go fuck themselves. I don't care about them. Because I've yet to hear a single good argument for why stat clamp should exist in the first place. You're removing my stats that I worked hard to get. And don't tell me that DCUO cares about people learning the mechanics. If that was the case, they wouldn't have a CR skip. That's your real worst enemy, the CR skip. You guys want to nerf us in old instances, but yet, for like $50, you can just go right to damn near in-game content with a CR skip. You can get to like CR 400 in 3 seconds. But oh, God forbid I go run an instance that doesn't even pop up by myself. Oh, God forbid I go and solo a raid that came out in 2012. Oh no, that would be so terrible. But yeah, that's all I've got to say for today. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Do you agree with me on stat clamp? If you disagree, feel free to let me know. Just what you love so much about it. I'd be very curious to know. But yeah, that's all I've got for the day. I'll see you guys next time.